Hey everyone, are you tired of your food being recalled? And have you seen the latest list of recalls? We're going to talk about that as well as how it relates to the allergic reaction I had to an ice cube. My name is Amy. I am a food educator. I am a speaker and author of The Hidden Consumer Uncovering the Power of Health Conscious Buyers. And today we're going to cover some really heavy topics that revolve around food and health and what's currently going on in the country. I'm going to be very upfront and tell you you can't trust what you're buying in a grocery store. If anything we've seen this week can prove that point more, it's that companies can buy their way out of recalls. They just have to pay off whoever in the administration. So let's talk about what do we do as a society? How do we keep ourselves safe, but not just us, our families. So let's get into the fun stuff, shall we? The first thing I'm going to do is drop a link. What I want you to know is the list of recalls goes beyond lettuce. We've got organics, we have supplements, and that is just the first half of this month. Like there's a minimum of 10 recalls just from the first half of this month. So we're only hearing one or two things, but there is a very large list of things that are contaminating and hurting people. So the first thing I got to tell you, especially with this lettuce issue, I'm like, I don't have to worry about it because I can't buy food in a grocery store anyways. So yay, I mean safety here. If you are lucky enough to live in an area where you can buy from a co-op, you can buy from a farmer who does organic, true organic farming, not the organics you buy at the grocery store that are just marketed that way, but a true organic product, I would be buying my fresh fruit and vegetables from them, and I would be doing it moving forward. With some of the regulations that we talked about earlier this year that have come out, your fresh food in a grocery store, especially, just are not going to be safe. And the food industry has come out saying that they are doing their best to control our food supply by removing all seeds from products. So there's a lot going on, and that's more than we're going to dig into today. But be aware that if you are concerned about food safety, you're going to have to find a way to get out of the grocery store because that's not where you're going to find safe products. If you are not lucky enough, and the unfortunate, I think, for a good majority of the public is you're not close enough. We don't have farmers that are delivering food to areas that don't have local access to farming or to co-ops. So what are we going to do in the meantime? First, boycott the brands that are paying off the government. Taylor's Farms is a great example. Be extremely cautious with what you buy. Um, Look for non, if it's got the organic, if they're saying organic, hopefully they've got the organic seal. But the flip side to all of this is you can't necessarily trust what you're buying. Do be sure to avoid the bioengineered. The food made in a lab is consistently proving over the last 2 to 3 decades that it's harmful to the human body. There's plenty of peer-reviewed research on it. You can find a lot of that stuff on my website under research and documentation. It's a sub menu under the hidden consumer because the book was all about a lot of that false marketing and how companies are allowed to lie to you. So be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. Be cautious. It's hard. Like I get it. I had to move to California because I couldn't find safe food at any grocery stores, and that's a privilege very few people are allowed. So I understand how difficult it can be to find safe food. The flip side of that is I've also lost a majority of what little food I could buy. So I lost American flour this year because it's not safe. I have to import my stuff from Italy. I lost olive oil this year. That's going to have to be imported from Italy too. Um, we're trialing with a local olive plantation in my area, but again, I don't know how long that's going to stay with all of the additional synthetics being added to American processing. Which all brings us back down to how does this relate to the ice cube, the allergic reaction to an ice cube? If you didn't see it on all my channels, I did post a video of me having an allergic reaction. I did not take it seriously at the time. And I didn't realize how swollen I was until I went back and watched the video the next day. I'm like, "Ooh, not pretty." And I was still swollen the next day when I did another video to follow up to how the difference. But here's reality. With the cuts to the USDA and FDA through this administration, we've lost the staff for both those agencies who are going to guarantee the safety of our food quality. We are especially seeing that in our grocery stores today. This is why there are so many recalls. There's nobody out there, or we don't have enough staff who can actually confirm that our food safety, our food quality is high and safe. We just don't have that anymore. What also means, though, for ice cubes, I've known for over a decade that an ice cube could send me into an allergic shock, which it did. And here's the reality. Most ice cubes are not made in all stainless steel. It's made with plastics. Plastics today now have the requirement that they must be made with mostly food safe ingredients, right? So yes, everyone's like, but it's made from petroleum. Great, but petroleum isn't the only ingredient in making our plastics. Corn is a heavy one. And it's very possible that we're now getting cross-contamination with gluten as well as nuts. And here's why I say that. From me having an allergic reaction to an ice cube, what came out of that is a lot of people who have allergies started talking to me and asking questions, because what they realized is they were having allergic reactions and they couldn't identify the source. But in every single instance, there was ice cubes or crushed ice in their drinks. And their question came up, is it possible that what I'm allergic to is actually getting imprinted into these ice cubes? And reality is, yes. With the way the world is running right now, very little oversight, making sure we have food safety, with the push to make our plastics more biodegradable, which then kills the soil, but I guess that's okay. They're putting more and more natural ingredients into our plastics, and natural is with quotations because really it's ingredients made in a lab. So the point is cross-contamination with whatever your allergen is, with how they're making that ingredient, or if they're pulling a true natural ingredient in, is going to impact your health as well. So start tracking. Did you have a drink of something with ice in it and you got sick and there's no other reason that you would have gotten sick? You might also be reacting to ice cubes. And I thought I would be an only one. Turns out I was wrong. So if you're looking for more help, if you want assistance to understand how to buy or shop at a grocery store, I would highly recommend signing up for my grocery store GPS. There is a limited sale on this right now. By the end of summer, the price is going to go up, but for 45 minutes, you get and $97, you get me walking you through what would be some other options. I'm not going to tell you to eliminate things. I don't believe elimination diet work. It just leaves you craving more, and it does a lot of damage to your body. And we can talk about that in this session if you want. But sign up. Let me help you with your grocery list. We can talk about what alternatives are so you can still enjoy whatever it is you're craving without actually eating something that's harming you. So sign up for that. If you're curious, if you just want to learn more about what I do, check out my website, Hidden Consumers Consulting. I do everything from working in the corporate side to working in wellness programs to working with individuals. So there's a large scheme because my depth of knowledge is so extreme. Plus, I've got so many years of working with numbers and working as in retail and customer service, and now running my own business. I get so many different aspects of how food is impacting at different levels. So I can help out a wide variety of people. And of course, if you're just looking for a little bit more information and you don't want to sign up for something too drastic yet, I would recommend buying the book, The Hidden Consumer: Uncovering the Power of Health Conscious Buyers. It's available on Kindle and paperback on Amazon. So feel free to check that out. I'm always looking for positive reviews on my book too. So if you read it and liked it, please leave a review. I would appreciate it. You can also leave a review on Goodreads. All right. So with that, if you have questions, feel free to message me at amy@hiddenconsumers.com. Drop a comment in the chat or message me on one of my channels. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And in the meantime, stay safe and let me know if there's any way I can help you.